Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and tonight I want to share with you my thoughts on these super popular true wireless earbuds on Amazon.com. These are from a company called Dudios, as you can see right up here. These are called the Zeus TWS wireless earbuds, and they are very popular on Amazon. So let me just show you why in just a moment here. So number one is the price. So these are available right now for $36, which is down from their original price of 50 bucks, which is what they were when Dudios sent these out to me for review. And as you can see right up here, like I mentioned, very good ratings here. So they have a 4.7 out of 5 star in customer reviews, 82% 5-star reviews, and 0 1-star reviews. So that is looking pretty good. Now, unfortunately, if I were to give these a star rating right now on Amazon, I'd have to give them a 1-star rating because I would be the first one, or maybe a 2-star. It might be a 2-star, but ultimately probably a 1, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But first, let's talk about all of the great things about these. So number one, these are using true wireless, obviously, technology. So obviously there's no wires between the two earbuds. I've reviewed a ton of true wireless earbuds, and these are kind of right in the middle, but at $36, that's pretty awesome. Now, price-wise, very, very good, but connectivity is the second thing I think that's fantastic about these. So these are using Bluetooth 5.0, which if you're not familiar with that, older Bluetooth technology would have issues where they would lose connectivity between each other. They also didn't have great range in terms of the distance you could get away from your device. So maybe you could get like 10 meters away before they would start disconnecting. Not so the case here. These things, number one, with Bluetooth 5.0, as soon as you pull them out of the case, they're instantly connected up to whatever device they were most recently connected to. So that's awesome. Number two, in terms of connectivity, they stay connected to each other perfectly. I've never had them disconnect from each other, so that's another great thing about these. And then also, in terms of range, you're looking at about 30 meters is what I've been able to get away from my phone before they start to lose connectivity. So that's all great. So connectivity is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me. No issues there whatsoever. All right, so third area I'd give these a real positive review is the sound signature. So in terms of sound, I'd give these a solid like 8.5 out of 10, which is to say they're obviously not perfect, but for the price point, these are really fantastic. So first of all, they give out a lot of volume, so I cannot listen to these at more than maybe like 70 to 80% volume because they do kick out a good amount of volume for how small they are especially, and they have a very pleasing sound signature overall. So I like maybe just a little bit of low end in my music. I don't want it super bassy, but these get out just enough bass to be pleasing, but not so much bass that they kind of blow out the overall sound signature. All right, so we've talked about some of the areas that are great about these true wireless earbuds. Now let's talk about some of the areas that are a little bit more average. So the first thing I'll talk about is the battery life. So these are rated to get 3.5 hours of battery life on a single charge in the case. And so for that, I'd say that's pretty much average. There are true wireless earbuds that get as little as like 2 hours, which is terrible, and some that get as many as 5 hours, which is great. These are kind of right there in the middle, 3.5 hours. And let's be honest with you, with each other, 3.5 hours is probably plenty of time to listen to some music, so you can easily listen to an entire movie or watch an entire movie. And speaking of movies, I didn't experience any video lag with these as well, so that's also another positive. But battery life wise, 3.5 hours, that's pretty much average and good enough, I would say, for what you'd use them for. So that's average. Second thing that I think is pretty average is the call quality. So a couple of nice things about the calls here. Number one, it does have dual mics, so that's good. With dual mics, that means it's going to block out a little bit of outside noise. However, the person on the other end did say that they could hear some outside noise around me, which is to be expected because these don't really have anything protruding out to your mouth or getting closer to your mouth in terms of the microphone. So that's expected, but then another nice thing about them is that they do get stereo calls from the person on the other end, so you're going to hear them in both ears. Now, technically, you could use one earbud at a time for a call, but when you're using them together, you will get stereo phone calls, so that's also very good. All right, and a third area that I would say is pretty much average with these true wireless earbuds is the fit. So they say here they have a comfortable fit, and I would agree with that. Overall, they do feel pretty comfortable. Now, they will sit pretty deep into your ears in order to get the best sound quality, which again, they do have very good sound quality. You're gonna have to push them pretty deep into your ear canal, and that's fine. They fit well, they feel pretty comfortable, and really no issues there. The reason why I'd say it's a little bit average is because I couldn't use these for running. As soon as I started getting sweaty or getting sweat in my ears, this little silicone rubber, even though I'm using the largest one that it came with, was just slipping out of my ears, so I couldn't really use them for running, so that was a little bit of a letdown. But overall, still, if you're not going to get super sweaty, like if you're just going to lift weights and maybe you're not getting as sweaty as me running, or not as much bouncing at least as me running, then they're probably going to be fine and they won't slip out of your ears. But for me personally, while I'm running on a treadmill, they just would not stay in my ears over a course of time. Now let's talk about the reason why I have to give these like a 1 or a 2-star review. So it's all about this charging case. So the charging case otherwise is great. But the issue that I'm having, and this is why I have to give them like a 1 or 2-star review, is the fact that my charging case basically just stopped working altogether. So first of all, they do magnetize in there, so that's good. They have a very form-fitting, so you can see they designed it perfectly so that it shuts. Now, normally you would see these light up and charge, but notice here there's also some LEDs here that would tell you how much charge is left in the charging case. So notice that my charging case basically is not lit up or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and plug them into this little external wireless charger here. And it's using micro USB. This is the cable it came with, by the way. And notice that nothing is happening here. So the issue I'm having is basically my charging case just quit working altogether. So just to show that it's not just, something wrong here, something wrong with my cable, I'll go ahead and plug them into another pair of true wireless earbuds that I will eventually review. These are the Anker Soundcore Liberty lights. So obviously you can see here the LEDs are working, no problem. So it's definitely an issue with this charging case. And unfortunately, if the charging case doesn't work, the earbuds don't work. As much as I like the earbuds, the sound signature is great, the fit is pretty good, the battery life isn't bad at all either, the connectivity is great. Unfortunately, if you just can't use them because the charging case quit working, well then they're useless. So unfortunately, my recommendation is a don't buy, but obviously I think I might be a little bit out of the ordinary here, because I think for most people they're obviously working quite well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you willing to take the risk? For only 36 bucks, it's a pretty good deal. Also, if you get them on Amazon, you have a 30-day return policy, so that's good as well. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.